Oh, that's right. Back in the driver's seat.
Woo!
All right.
You know what that means. If we didn't have so much to talk about, we'd be out of here in half an hour.
We may still.
You never know, man. Pedal to the metal. Well, we move fast here on What's on Joe Mind. We are a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. Your normal host and master ceremonies, Mike Irizarry, is out sick today. But not so sick that he didn't do all the heavy lifting and all the real work of the program. So we appreciate that. But to keep us busy, I get to step up and try to drive without a license. Joined, of course, by, let's see if I do it right, Rack Time Rob.
Yeah, it's going the wrong way.
Who normally I would say is our comics expert, but we got competition today as friend of the program and G.I. Joe maniac and creative consultant for Skybound Comics. Diana Davis is joining us from her lair.
Woo! I'm not going to compete with Rob. I would lose.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, but you got that inside info.
Yeah, you've got
He's got no access.
The inside skinny, the scoop.
There is that. Most of it I cannot share tonight.
Right.
Otherwise, there's no more inside info for me whatsoever. But
I got to scratch out a couple questions here that.
Sorry.
On page 17.
I was hoping to get to. Let me see here. So I'm supposed to have. Yeah, that's right. Daddy Law.
Oh man.
Barely prepared, but promising. We'll go with that. But I'm supposed to have a slide deck to work through, and I don't know how to access that right now. Let me see.
No.
I'm sure it's around here somewhere, and there's somebody not too far off to help us with this.
A few rooms away.
Yeah,
we've hit the learning curve period of the show.
And I run my own podcast on Sunday nights, but nobody watches it, so I got a lot of room to hem and haw over there. But
freaking watch his podcast, people. Jeez.
I'm not sure where the. Oh, here we go. Slides and PDFs. Let's try that.
Ooh.
It says I have no slides.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well.
Did we not get seated control?
That might be it. We'll see. It'll come around. I'm sure Mike hasn't gone to bed just yet.
Yeah.
Probably stayed up to watch me flail, and that's okay. No. But not that there isn't always a good time to have Diane on the program, but today's a special day. And forgive her if it's been a long day, because I bet with Skybound's giant Kickstarter going on the Real American Hero G.I. Joe issues, she was absolutely on the edge of her seat for 3 whole minutes.
3 whole minutes. Well, now it did.
Just to see if this thing would fund. And so my favorite bit, and I had it up here. Hang on, I can find it. So we can update it in real time. The super chat is working.
Hooray.
As Josiah Alcorn's chiming in, and that'll help us with our show costs and stuff like that. So we appreciate that. But yeah, I had this up in the side window just so we could update it in real time, because I love being able to say that there's $1,341,089 pledged toward a $40,000 goal. So yeah.
We're kind of overachievers, maybe. We've unlocked some stretch goals.
They must think that you're Mystery Science Theater.
Maybe.
I mean, sometimes you look at Kickstarters, you'll just come across some, and they're like, $2,000 towards a $100,000 goal. You're like, buddy, I'm so sorry. I don't think that's going to work for you. But this, I mean, I don't know that there's been certainly not a bigger G.I. Joe slam dunk than this. Right, this is kind of a lap the field sort of thing.
Yeah, and that just shows, you know what? I love the fans. That's who did it, right?
Was there? Can you talk about? Was there any behind the scenes texting or messaging going on? High fiving, perhaps, among the Skybound staff?
Oh hell yeah! The funny thing was, in our area, Spectrum cable had been down since like 3 or something in the morning. So maybe not in the Skybound offices, which is actually like 5 minutes from me, the Skybound Comics offices, because that seemed to be running pretty smoothly. So I was up and trying to watch it, but by the time I realized, oh no, you have to use your phone. This ain't working. It had been 3 minutes and funded, and that's when I started texting, and we're like, woo, yeah, we did it. Wow, that's great. And those kinds of things. And then bets on like, will it reach 1 million today? And I'm like, my bet was it would reach 1 million before lunchtime. And I think he did it by 10.
There you go.
Someone owes me money.
Wow.
Right. Well, I'm certain there's a slice of that 1.3 million earmarked for Diana Davis. I mean,
well, yeah, they got to pay me.
Yeah.
Pay me. So, and they do, and it's great. And there are other benefits I get, and so it's cool. You know, they make sure it's worth my while. Otherwise, you know, off I go. No, but I think the guys behind this who have been putting in work with me, and a lot of them more work, because there's more work than you think that goes into putting something like this together.
Sure.
They deserve one heck of a bonus, because it's literally been top speed the whole way. So it's been difficult. We've added some extras that are sort of a little beyond the realm of IDW. We added in those comic pack-in comics, those toy pack-in comics, and a few other things. And we're trying to work on a few other things too that will be a nice surprise if everything works out. So it's just a blast to see, and I just am having, when I can sit back and check it out and look at everything, it's going to be one heck of a Kickstarter. I mean, if everything goes in, and if this one does well, then maybe we can go forward with more, right? You know, how many people want the Devil's Due era?
That's right.
Extras.
There's Phil looking for extras.
Phil knows what's up. Yeah. Looking for extras at Disneyland, no doubt. But
well,
yeah.
we have to thank Phil for some of the extras. I'll just say that.
There you go. So talk to us a little bit about, I mean, obviously this is a massive undertaking, but people knew it was coming, but they didn't understand the scope of it until this morning. So if you track it back, overall, like, how massive a project was this, and how hard have you and the rest of the crew been working on it?
Incredibly hard. This one, the difference between this one and the last one, and I will say that this one, at least a lot of the digital files, especially for IDW, were available because they kept better track of them from Marvel. The last one was huge in terms of, we add up to a certain amount that Hasbro had, a certain number of issues that they had, the really big, nice, beautiful files. But then it just like, boop, no, we don't. And IDW had done a reasonable job of getting what they could for when they redid the Marvel run, but there were pages missing, there were pages repeated. They scanned, they had to scan comics and recolor them in and fix everything, and they kind of guessed on some of it, it seems. So I know I and probably a few other people had to go through page by page, comparing them to physical issues to make sure that we got everything right. We found in the Marvel run actually a missing page to, and now my mind is blanking. Claude.
Issue 20.
No, everyone dies. The first everyone dies. Nope, the last everyone dies. The one where
it's so comic book.
Everyone dies.
Which issue when everyone died?
And I should know this, but I've had a glass of wine to celebrate. The one where Duke refuses to shoot the Saw Viper, right?
Okay, so back around probably like 109, 110.
Somewhere around there. That one. That actual page was missing. And there were no files. So
that's interesting, because I don't think they're missing in the IDW print.
Though from what we had, they were missing, and no one could find it. So the editor
had lost after they printed the trade.
Could be.
Yeah.
The editor had to actually find the original art, and he did. And then he had to buy it, and then
Oh.
it had to be scanned and colored and fixed up. And so that kind of thing was happening a lot for the last Kickstarter. This one was a little easier because all the files were digital, and that really helps. I mean, it's kind of sad because, you know, there's not the same amount of like colored art to be found for a lot of these, for people who like to collect original art. At the same time, that helps when you want to reproduce things.
Yeah.
So that did make it easier. There were also like making sure it's very hard. People always get a little upset about sometimes the way the book is mapped, right? But they want to do it in chronological order so that someone who hasn't ever read this, it makes sense to them, the story overall. And then we also have to fit, Claude, stop struggling. We have to fit the right number of issues so that we don't go over on each book and it all balances out, and that helps with printing costs. So we had to make sure we got everything in the right order in terms of story. And there were some strange, like, although there might have been a yearbook at 1 year, it was never reprinted or put out until like a weird time later in the gathered edition. So then we had to shift things around. It's a weird amount of planning things out that the guys doing it are geniuses, and I would have ripped every single one of my hairs out trying to do it. But as long as they knew the dates, they got it. And so it was a hard amount of work. Like I said, it was nonstop from start to finish.
And how far back when was like the kickoff? When did you guys actually start working on it?
Oh, it's been over a year, at least.
That doesn't surprise me because there is so much here, and we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of it there. If you're not familiar with the Diana Davis gang, we may see Claude the cat. We may see Paloma the bulldog. We may see Cullen the husband.
Oh, yeah, he's out somewhere. I've got Claude here. Look, he's plugging the show.
We're digging that. That's right. And Splash is around somewhere, right?
She's off to my right, preparing to snore for us.
Yeah.
Paloma's off to my left. She's working out because she's getting ready for San Diego Comic-Con, where she will get to play with her favorite Phil.
There you go.
Because she's all about the Biff.
Leave that shirt, all about the Biff. Well, hold on.
There we go.
Hold on to our, we got into the Kickstarter a little quick because we were excited. And we will get back into it, a deep dive coming up after we cover the news. That's pretty exciting. Maybe Claude can help. Next news item.
Oh, hold on.
Outstanding.
Good
So
boy.
if you're new to the program, thanks for joining us. Again, the way you can actually help us best is to like, to share, to comment, and subscribe. We're social. We want you to be social too. So we appreciate everybody joining us live. For anyone who joins us on replay, that's fine too. We'll even have our audio stream up sometime soon. But that's what we have going on. And that's when people say, how can we help the show? That's exactly how you can help the show. Spread the word. Preach the gospel. We'll get around and make everybody happy to be a pal of what's on Joe Mind. Next news item.
He's really mad now. So
Right?
Oh boy.
That news bumper is exciting and spared no expense. So
there he goes. He's off to leave his shirt in the litter box.
Well, there we go.
Yep.
yeah.
Now we're really going to get plugged.
So we want to make sure to give a shout out to our friend Bob Brinken and his My Palatory Story Kickstarter, which is up right now, but it ends March 30th. So we're probably not going to be back to give it another little boost. Make sure to check out the link below. This does end on March 30th at 7:30 at night. But you can check out our special edition where we talk to Brian and Bob about this. If you're interested at all in what Palatoy did and their contributions to the Joe universe across the pond, this is a really, really good opportunity for you to dive into that. So check out that Kickstarter. Most Kickstarters start hot and then absolutely dry up and then get the big bump at the end. So if you're not quite funded, the last week is white knuckle. Now, Diana wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, no, my knuckles have not been white since about 5:45 this morning.
There you go.
Yeah, I was about to say, after about 3 minutes in, you guys just had to worry about drowning in gravy.
Right.
But that would be kind of delicious and yet frustrating.
Fair enough. So check out this Kickstarter, My Pal Terry Story, up by our friend of the show, of course, Bob Breakin and Brian Hickey, last week. Check it out, and if you can, if you like, give it a little push. We'd love to see that get funded. Next news item. And here we go. This one, a Kickstarter that's fully funded. This is our pal Jim Marshall with his Action Force Collector's Guidebook, Volume 1. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Jim joined us a couple weeks ago on the show. And it is all funded, but you can still get in. It does end tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. And he was proud and happy to share with us the finished artwork for the cover, which we have for you in a world exclusive reveal right now. Ooh.
Look at that.
I got a lot of power in that. I didn't even touch anything. Next time I'm going to hold the hands up.
That's lovely. I like timber.
I have been a producer, but I've never had a producer before. So it's pretty exciting for me. So yeah, International Heroes Guidebook number 1. Here's your finished cover art with a glaring lack of Duke, but it is Action Force. It
is glaring, but I'll forgive it because timber is the right size.
There you go. And there's enough Duke in the bottom window down there.
Yep. Yeah. He's back in there. See.
I think we're covered. Yeah.
You got it.
So yeah, congratulations. Glad this is funded, and there's still time to get in, but only one more day. So give it a look, see if you want it. If you do, hop in quick. One day, and this is in the wind. Next news item. Our friends over at Super 7 have this limited to 5,000 comic pack of Real American Hero number 1 with a Cobra Commander figure, and eagle-eyed but sick as a dog host Mike Irizarry pointed out, if you get a good look at that figure, we're wondering if that's a new head sculpt.
I believe it might be. It looks a lot different from the last one.
It certainly feels like it's like helmet on top of dome, which would be more comic accurate for the original part of the run. So unfortunately, this is not the angle to definitively judge that by, but that's what it looks like. And it's always good when they change things up at least a little bit. So give it a shot. If you're looking for this, I can get it at super7.com. $30 for a comic and a figure. That's not too bad. Nope. Again, limited to 5,000. So
I helped out on this. Hooray.
There you go. Did you sculpt the new head?
Yes. No.
I figured.
No, I don't have that. But I did help out. Isn't this great? I hope there are more of these.
Yeah, I think this is slick, and we got a really good price, $30 for a figure and a comic, and it's the comic. That's well played. So if it does well, I bet we'll see more.
I hope.
So, there you go. Next news item. Oh, try again. Next news item. Oh, look at this. We even got, I didn't even do that.
I helped that. Well, I can't go into huge detail, but obviously figure comic, which comic would be good. And then I can't expand on that because I don't want to reveal things I'm not allowed to.
There you go. Are you in the new Avengers movie?
Yes. But way in the background, and you can't see me really well.
I figured we might get a legally evasive answer.
Yeah.
I like that we have another story broken. Right here.
I like the one trailer that some guy made with Kermit the Frog.
Nice. Good for him.
In Avengers Doomsday. And I just like, I know it's not real, but God, I want it to be.
It should be.
They found out Kermit couldn't be in Lanterns because he's too green.
He's like the Uber lantern.
Next news item. There we go. Now this is such a good looking figure from our pals at Skeletron, and it seems weird to always say our friends, but it hasn't been a lie yet, right? Like,
they are all our friends.
Friends all over the place. So here's a modern looking Red Shadows Assault Trooper 4-inch figure, just looking fabulous. They're doing really good work.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Man, that's really something. Anyway, this will be available this weekend at Toylanta in Duluth, Georgia. And I gotta imagine maybe available online after that. We'll see.
I like the little pet.
Yeah, right.
Little Skeledrone down there.
He's cute. They should have little shirts and hats for them.
It wouldn't be that hard to actually make one. Maybe a flying one and just fly it around Toylanta. We'll see. That's marketing.
One of those little propeller beanies.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Like Headpool.
Yeah. We got plenty of good ideas here and some bad ones too, but same price.
No such thing as a bad idea.
I mean, it sounds good, but I've heard some doozies in my day. But yeah, this is we're proud of the guys at Skeletron and the work they're doing. This is another really slick figure. So get to Toylanta this weekend. Buy, I don't know, 3, 8, 10, 12, however many you need, right, to fill out your Red Shadows.
How many's in a squad?
I mean, I think that's one of my corny lines about collecting in general is everybody makes their own collection, right? Only you can say what you need, what you don't, how many you need. For me, with a troop builder, if I'm in, I try to get 3.
At least, yeah.
But I know Daryl, the priest, always wanted 8. He felt that was a squad. Here
17.
we go.
17.
That's
17. Get 17 or you are a loser.
That's a nice prime number.
It's a weird number, but okay.
One's going to at least die, and then it all sort of evens out.
I mean, they are technically wearing red shirts, right?
Right.
So probably not going to last forever.
Then his action force, where people get slaughtered left, right, and center. So
absolutely, where they tried dirt bike versus Harrier jet, which doesn't end well. Well, I guess it ends well for one guy.
Some guy's happy, yeah.
That's right. If you're the Harrier pilot, are you actually going to put a tally mark on your plane that you shot down a dirt bike today?
I bet they do.
And he's got little bikes lined up on the glass, that's a shame.
Yeah, but they add a little extra U to it because they're in England, right?
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, and Doug Dellum knows what's going on. He feels pressured to buy action figures. Well, good. That's what we're here for.
Buy action figures.
The hard sell.
That's it. Look, we're not just giving the rubber stamp of approval on anything new that comes out, right? We've been known to drop a hammer here or there. We're the guys that tell it like it is, Gorilla. So, but this one's full of wind. So fully endorsed. We like it. It gets the Megaforce thumb kiss.
Yay!
Next news.
Hooray!
Right. So I'm just going to talk about the one on the right, because I know my place. But Walmart Electricon exclusive pre-orders went up March 19th. It was for this Diretech Night Creeper and the USA 250th retro card back Duke. I have notoriously bad luck with landing anything exclusive, even as a pre-order. But I managed to get in on that Diretech figure. So hopefully that won't get canceled and it'll make it my way. But I got to believe the star of the show, at least this show, has to be this Duke. And good thing that we have the caretaker of the Duke Museum with us to give her 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cents on this.
It's unique. It's incredibly good for customs. I'll give you that. It shows up from very far away. I'll be getting one. All in all, it's a really nice sculpt to begin with, no matter what you think about the coloring. I like the idea that now I have a Duke in a white shirt and jeans. The weaponry, I could. That's like people who get Hello Kitty guns for their kids. But it's for America's birthday, so you get what's behind it, right? It's not necessarily meant to go onto your field of battle, but it's one of those
They just
things.
shoot sparklers.
Right. Just stick a sparkler in the top and you're good. But I'll be getting one.
I mean, go ahead, Diana.
Well, I don't buy every Duke that's out there.
Right?
Right. Nope.
Can you give us an example of a Duke that you saw and went, nah?
Oh, there's a few.
I know that if you're not familiar, Diana is huge Duke proponent. So I know most of them get yeses.
A lot of them. But then there was when they first did one that ended up reusing the O-Face Duke. And a bunch of stuff cobbled. I don't remember what year that was. And I went, you just sort of chose all the worst parts and put them together. Why would you do that?
Might have been me.
No, this is way
That's
after
all he
you.
had the cooling budget for.
This is way after you. This was just not too long ago. I liked the Duke you did that came with Tombstone.
Yeah,
I really like Tombstone. I'm kind of sad we did not see any more of Tombstone. So I still cheer him on when I can, because it's like this underutilized badass figure, that character too, that like, why aren't we doing more with this? So those kind of things, the ones that just don't make sense, like they just like they're a Duke to put the name on, and you just look at them and you go, that doesn't make sense. I don't like that.
I'm with you there. I mean, he's such a big name that I think he just gets thrown in occasionally.
Yeah.
And anybody thrown in is probably not given that much thought. So
yeah.
But yeah, I like these guys, right? I'm not getting them. I don't need them. But I like what they're celebrating. They look good together. And it's harmless. It's not taking the place of something else, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't like it, don't get it.
Nope. No, I do have that Duke. So I did, because it was kind of a desert back then. So getting that was really nice. Sure, he didn't necessarily stand up real well. He fell down a bunch. But you know what? For me back then, there have not been enough Dukes for me. So that one came out and I'm like, yeah, it's it. And you could get it. In LA, if something hits like Target or back then Toys R Us, good luck. So, yeah.
Joe versus Cobra was the oasis, right? Like, we hadn't had brand new figures on peg in ages. So even though they were, I think everyone will agree, kind of disappointing from a constructive standpoint, I wasn't sad when I got them off pegs into I think I got mine at KB back then, right? Like, that's how long ago it was. But nobody was mad at them back then.
Yeah.
It's nice to have Joe back.
Yeah, if you've been like in a desert with no water, it doesn't matter how good the water is that they give you.
Right.
You're going to drink that thing. And because you want more water too, especially if you're drinking, it means more will come. Yeah, jetpack.
I do kind of like that. I wish they'd have gone with a jetpack rather than the standard Duke red shovel pack, especially with that helmet. But this
is like party Duke, right? Yeah, it's like 4th of July party Duke, and he's going to go barbecue, and he's probably going to flip burgers with the shovel.
No worries. Rob, are you in on these?
No, I'm waiting on that Duke when it comes with the Mystery Machine reissue.
Ooh, that's a good call. Everybody's wondering what the next vehicle is going to be.
It comes with Daphne and Velma and Shaggy and Scooby. Go somewhere else.
That's it. And the stretch goal is you don't get Scrappy. So it's going to be big. Get the Duke bar potatoes out.
Fun this, so we're sending everybody a Scrappy.
But it didn't have raisins in it.
Oh.
Ugh.
Next news item. So these went, now I know this doesn't seem like new news, but it's news since we talked to you, and it's not official until we talk about it. So these went up, classified specialty retailer pre-orders popping up last week. Zanya with the Dreadnought Swamp Skier, Professor Rockclaw with Deinonychus, whatever. But yeah, this went up last week. And the only complaint, I mean, some people complain about the dinosaur, and some people think the skier should have come with Zartan, but Zartan's going to sell himself. And I don't know that Zanya sells herself. So the fact that they put maybe a B- character with a vehicle people want and will use with another character, that's good marketing. I don't have any problem with that at all. And I've been beating the drum for years about new characters. So it may not be exactly what you wanted, but it is something new that they've never really brushed up against before.
I think a lot of people will like the Zanya character just as a figure. It's not a bad looking figure. I mean, if you want a badass woman figure, there's one. Yeah. And she comes with all these different helmets.
I mean, anybody buying the Zanya has a Zartan, probably, right? Or is trying to get a Zartan. So if that's where you think the Swamp Skier belongs, you do you, man. No problem. I'm glad they made it available somewhere. And it looks a lot more sturdy than the one I had back in 1984 that slowly deteriorated. And I was really careful with my toys, but I think these two were both easy wins for me. What did you guys think of these two?
Yeah, these two, I ordered one of each, and I was kind of looking forward to Zanya because I was wondering if they were going to go there. The Devil's Due stuff doesn't seem to get a lot of love, and she was one of the more interesting characters that they introduced. So,
yeah, I'm all up for more women comic characters becoming toys. Which is why when Dawn came out, I'm like, woo, finally.
It's about time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, Zanya was not necessarily my favorite character in the Devil's Due run, but she wasn't a bad character. You know, it's just that she wasn't my personal cup of tea. And she makes an awesome figure that can either be used as a Joe or, again, for people who like kit bashing all sorts of different things. There's so much you can do with that. And who does not... If there are people who don't like dinosaurs, there is something wrong with those people. That is like a mega articulated dinosaur.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you that you don't want a dinosaur? I would buy a pack
of just the
all
dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs, the freaking scorpions, all the animals.
Oops,
I would buy
all dinos.
Oops, all dinos, or just oops, all pets. You know, I would love that. I don't think I'm alone in that.
No, and I think people forget that dinosaurs were a part of, a very small part of the G.I. Joe toy line. Just because no one has it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Somebody has them.
I mean, they have, but they paid for it. But Lenny, the lead designer, did, I think, dinosaur studies in college, right? Like he's not just I'm a dinosaur fan, right? But he can list off like 50 of them. So telling you that this won't be our last dino. I'm pretty sure about that.
I've never eaten a dinosaur.
Is that a Hawaii thing? Might be.
It's a Costco thing.
Either way, you can get a dinosaur dog and a soda for $1.49 at Hawaiian Costco. So it's a good deal.
Darn it.
Regardless of where you get it.
I imagine the closest thing would be alligator.
Yeah, it's probably fair.
I've had alligator.
And?
It's good. It tastes like a mix between chicken and fish. Makes sense.
Trying to think of a fish chicken.
Yeah.
I had rattlesnake once. It was like
you like it?
It was like chewy chicken.
Mm.
But at least I can say, been there.
Although technically, if you look at the science now, if you've had chicken, you've probably had something close to a dinosaur. So
you've already eaten a dinosaur.
That's fair. And Bronco burgers, of course, always big for Fred and Barney. All right, next news item. Now we're getting into the wheelhouse. Skybound putting out their silent missions, starting off with the Baroness. This is available on April 1st. And we have the rollout, the dates for everything. So every week, line up and get it, starting with Baroness, then Crimson Guard, Zartan, Copperhead, and Firefly. We talked about this a little bit last week, Diana, and the one we were really pumped up about was Copperhead, a guy who hasn't had much spotlight over his long and semi-distinguished career. What can you tell us about this series?
Every single issue is gorgeous. And the Copperhead issue is perhaps the most fun I've seen in a while in terms of just the way oh my God. And the art for every single one of them is amazing. Jesus. The Baroness issue, I'm glad that comes first because Joelle Jones and Declan did this crazy job putting together this most amazing Baroness issue, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. The only thing is, I wish they would do a black and white version as well as the colored version, because just seeing the pencils that she did just blew me away. It blew me away. It's beautiful. Every single panel could be like a print. Now, you don't tell comic book people there because everyone's like, you should make a print, and then no one buys them. But every single one of those panels should be a print. I don't think people are going to be upset with this. My recommendation is to buy every issue and then get the gathered edition to read, because you're going to want to keep those issues nice and good because they're so pretty and really nice. And the covers I have seen for some of these are also outrageously beautiful and amazing. And for the Zartan issue, we've got like Tom DeFalco. Nice. Wait, no, hold on. I'm getting that wrong. I have to look at my emails, but we've got one of the original editors of G.I. Joe is working on the Zartan issue. So again, one glass of wine in.
Right.
Let me see here. I might have.
You got it.
It'll be 2 by the time we're done.
Woo! Maybe. Colin's going to go get me some Thai food, so we may go for that.
I think the burning question I've seen from fans just based on the cover is the Baroness sitting on an armrest, or is that a love seat kind of theater situation going on there?
No, she's like sitting on the armrest of the 2 seats. Literally, that's exactly what she's doing. So you see that the seats are flipped up.
Yeah.
And she's sitting on the armrest between them.
Sounds painful. I'm just saying.
I have done this because I was a theater nerd. So I have actually done that. As long as it's temporary, which you might want to do if, bullets are flying freaking everywhere, then it's not bad. So say she's like posing for a picture. Obviously, right. The spotlight's on her, right?
Absolutely.
And before she gets shot, she's going to like jump up and shoot back. But yeah, she's...
Oh, go ahead.
But she literally is sitting on the armrest.
I do like the shell casings on the ground.
Yeah.
It's not like nothing's been going on here, right?
She's in the Muppet Theater, and she's just taking care of Statler and Waldorf.
They're gone.
Heckle me, will you?
Right?
Seems like Statler and Waldorf, there's like 4,000 of them on the internet at any given time.
Not anymore.
Some in our comments section. Who knew?
It looks like Tom DeFalco is working on the Zartan episode. Issue.
I was right.
Yeah.
Thank God. I feel old sometimes, and then the wine hits. But yeah, no. And before I got to see what he was writing, when Alex told me about it, I just went bananas because yes, we want a G.I. Joe editor writing a new issue of G.I. Joe. That's epic. I will also point out that the cat is now naked. Someone has brought me his shirt. He has stopped plugging the show.
The cat is streaking.
He's out somewhere running around, showing off his bits.
He's just pooped on our shirt again.
And probably. I am not going to go check the litter box.
So check this out at your local comic shop coming up on April 1st. Baroness leads it off, following up with Crimson Guard, Zartan, Copperhead, and Firefly. Not only do we like it, having not seen it, but you got the inside scoop from Diana here on how good this series is going to be. So
good.
Make sure to check it out.
I really want to see the Crimson Guard one, but anyway.
also good. The Firefly issue people will love it.
Well,
I don't know, they're all so distinct and fantastic. So,
well, we're looking forward to it. Let's see, next news item. It's kind of the same news item. So some more bits from Skybound. Here's what you got coming up. Even as quickly as tomorrow, you've got your Dreadnought War trade paperback available and Real American Hero 24, the Hammer Files edition, 28th issue of Void Rivals. That's all tomorrow. And then the Baroness Silent Missions next week. Followed up by Real American Hero 327, your Crimson Guard Silent Missions, and Transformers 31. So a lot on your plate to choose from if you're not just buying everything over the next 3 weeks. Is there anything that leaps? I know they're all good, but is there anything in here that's a special favorite for you, Diana?
well, how can I choose? They get mad. No, they don't. If you've not been reading Void Rivals, it's a slow burn, but sometimes that slow, long burn is just what you want. So I would recommend getting Void Rivals if you haven't and picking it up and reading it the whole way through. It's a really well-written book. Yeah, Paloma approves. Can you hear the snoring?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's rhythmic. It's soothing.
Yeah, but I'm really happy that I've got a Splash to snore. If I didn't hear that, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. So,
does Splash snore at the same level as Paloma?
Yeah, they're about the same. Paloma doesn't snore quite as much. Splash snores when she's awake. She's kind of like Gloria and Remy, my last two. If she's lying down and starting to get to sleep, the snoring hits. When she had her unfortunate issue, that's the one thing I got in my daily updates, is that everyone loved the fact that she was snoring and drowned out a lot of medical equipment just from the sheer volume of the snores.
There you go. I like that. That's a silver lining kind of thing.
Right? It's like white noise.
We do have a question from the fans out there, and if you can comment, please do it. If you can't, we get it. Asking about the Optimus Prime crossover.
Oh,
well,
when Duke...
if he's talking about the G.I. Joe 20, it came out last week.
Yep.
So maybe still on shelves, but as always, if you snooze, you lose. So you
I
better
know
get down
it's cold fast around here.
Get down to your comic shop, see if you can make that work.
They have met, and they're all good. Maybe. I don't know.
Ish. Duke seems pretty set on his opinion of robots. Just saying.
But, if you see your friend squished before your eyes, you kind of,
I get it.
That runs deep.
I heard Robo Joe keeps texting Duke, and he won't even answer.
Not at all. Nope.
No, not one. I get it.
Ghosted him a while back.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Nobody texts Robo Joe back, right? Oh, here we go. Just jumping in, little family emergency, but congratulations to Diana and the crew.
Oh, that's nice.
Very nice. So there you go. Yeah, and definitely we're going to dive in like crazy to the Skybound Kickstarter here, but we're not getting to it like right away because there's no drama left in it, right? It's just let's see how much money they can stack.
Well, there's still some like stretch goals to be released.
I'm pretty confident in those stretch goals. Just saying. But yeah, we'll get to that very soon when we wrap up the news. But next news item. Now we're talking about. So we've been talking about this a little bit. I was really excited to see the full image here because I learned where that other smoke was coming from.
Yay!
I thought it was coming out of the eye, but that's inaccurate. That's fake news. But American Hero Compendium sets 1 and 2 launched this morning, funded in 3 minutes, and right now is just shy of $1,360,000 pledged by 2,814 backers. Still 28 days to go, though, so you definitely have time to get in on this. I think we all believed this was going to be big. but the way the community has responded to this, because it is a larger ticket item. It's not something everybody can dive in on. And there are some collectors who have these issues and like them single. So it wasn't a given that everybody would be in on this. But there are a lot of people in on this, and I'm sure more to come. This is, Home Run doesn't even quite do it justice for what we saw today.
It's exciting. It's thrilling. Tommy Lee.
It kind of feels like that.
I do bonsai with Tommy Lee sometimes.
Oh, very nice. Which is not code for anything.
No, it isn't. It's literally bonsai.
There you go.
It is code for bonsai with Tommy.
Bonsai with Tommy Lee.
I believe we have a whole bunch of slides on this, so let's keep rolling here and see what else we can tell the fans about the real American.
Or do we have to? Or since the news is over, do we end the news and then jump in? Or
good point.
Perhaps.
Yeah, you know what?
We have our Joe Funmies.
Next up is the Joe Funmies. All right, so as we remind you weekly for things that we're supporting and we'd like you to consider supporting as well. Roger Taft's medical bills as he's working on getting his vision and his eye fixed. Jamie Sullivan's been very, very transparent and upfront on his Facebook feed about, I don't want to call it the ongoing issues with his foot, because, man, it feels like we are almost done.
Yeah.
So check it out. He has been through a lot and I'm not going to make a foot joke here, right? But he is that close to the finish line.
And you got to remember with Jamie, he's dealing with his foot now. His vision is also going. And he has to have shots into his eye regularly to keep it going. And when you're an artist,
you kind of need your eyesight.
You need that. So help him with the foot surgery, because that helps him also continue drawing as long as he possibly can, because he's going to need the money to keep his eyes going too. He drew some of the best covers for IDW.
Yeah, he really did. And if you've ever had the chance to meet him in person, just a wonderfully nice guy. So
him and Aaron, they're sweet, awesome people. So are their kids. They're amazing. It's a lovely family.
Give that a look. See if you can help them out. We're always wishing the best for our friend Jamie Sullivan. From the Roma in the Toy Department, Cousin Kenny is still working to get support for his legal bills. He could use your support as well. Check that out. And then over here, I don't know if I should input this, because Diana knows more about it, but we've been ringing the bell for Splash, the curtain eater, who spent a lot of her mom's money this year.
She sure did. We could have had like solar panels or a new car. But I'd honestly, if I was given the choice between Splash and a car or solar panels, I'd choose Splash every single day of the week. And the fact that the best day of this whole thing happened on my birthday, when I knew she truly was going to be all right. Best birthday gift ever. But yeah, Splash eats things. And she finally ate something that got stuck. And we managed to go and they carved it out of her. But then 3 days later, all of the sutures on her intestines from when they went in and got it out split open and everything started leaking into her stomach. So I had to take her into a second emergency vet. They had to call in the surgeon on call, who came in, and the man was a genius. They literally had to cut out bits and reconfigure her digestive tract, some of it right next to her pancreas. And then she was in hospital for 2 weeks. And that hospital, those were amazing people. They did everything for her. They let me come every day and sit with her for hours. If I couldn't go, then Cullen would go. Paloma's cheering. And it was amazing. It was perhaps a stressful time, but we ended up paying over $46,000 before they finally said, you've paid enough. As long as she doesn't get worse, we're not charging you more. And that was really nice of them. So that's the VCS hospital did a really great job, and they got they got her back to us. I would go in towards the end and find a whole bunch of like techs playing with her in the middle of the floor, or they take her out and just let her walk and see all the different people. So it was hard to get her back from them, frankly. But we're still paying that off. So any help is good. And if you can't, no, that's fine. Or if you need to support any one of these other 3 guys, please do. But yeah, she's now the most expensive bulldog I've ever heard of. Worth it. Yeah. And she'll be at SDCC if anyone wants to come and see her before they pledge.
So if you've never met a $46,000 bulldog before,
right?
It's a rare breed. Make sure to hit the San Diego Comic-Con. Maybe you can get a paw print on one of those blank cover comics or something.
Right. We'll do it. We'll get a print pad and do it. Or heck, you can get free splash kisses or sleep with her overnight as long as you feed her and don't mind the farting.
There you go. It's like a stretch goal. So we're digging that. And we all, we've been beating the drum regularly for these 4 causes we believe in. So check them out. The Joe community is known to support their own, and these are 4 people beloved within our community. So if you have a little bit, check them out. See if there's one you could support with a few bucks today. We'd certainly appreciate it.
Please.
I think is that the end of the news? If it is. Oh, no. A big sale. First one of the year.
First one since last week.
From TeePublic. It's the only TeePublic sale going on right now. Save up to 35% on tees, deep discounts. You got it. You love it. If you don't have it, you need it. Right? Who else is going to put a little t-shirt on your cat?
Your cat or dog could plug the damn show.
We appreciate that. Yeah, they work for free, pretty much. So we like that. But yeah, head on over to TeePublic. Now is a great time to refresh your wardrobe. Summer's coming, sun's out, guns out. You need yourself at least a t-shirt, if not a tank top.
Honestly, these are really soft. I have to tell you, this is a nice, soft, comfy t-shirt. I don't know why the cat keeps stripping it off. There's something wrong with him. But
because he's a cat.
He's a cat. I could honestly, if this was big enough, I would use it as a sleep shirt or something. It's super comfy.
I think that one's softer on the inside from all the fur, perhaps.
Probably.
There you go.
Mayhaps. There's been other things on this shirt, but we washed that off.
So check it out. Head out to TeePublic. You've been good. Do something nice for yourself. Get yourself a new shirt. And next news item. Oh, it's Surveillance Port, our the home for breaking news. Look, news doesn't only break on Tuesdays, so we know that during the week sometimes you got to find out what's going on right now, and there's no better place than to go to the Surveillance Port. That's surveillanceport.com. Our pal Eric always has the latest scoop and skinny. If you can spell surveillance, you deserve to know what's going on in the world of G.I. Joe. So give them a shot, especially Wednesday through Monday when we're not around to tell you what cool is. Next news item.
There we go.
And of course, the 3D printing podcast, home of the Chonky Tank Kitty with his Meowler Tank. Friends of the show, always doing good work. I believe this is on Sundays. So check if you want to see a guy just randomly pull a 6-inch scale hydrofoil out of his pocket. This is the podcast for you. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it could.
I think he would need a crane.
I want to see that happen.
Right. Every once in a while, we just go, hey, Mark, what do you got going on? What do you got there by your desk? Not that we can see anything. And he's like, oh, it's a 6-inch scale shark with double seating cockpit. And you're like,
hey.
And Hasbro never did that. Very cool. So, check them out and ask random questions like, hey, do you have or have you ever built a? Because I'm not going to say odds are, but there's a chance that he's got it right there, right? Who knew we were going to see a Cobra Imp from him a couple weeks ago, right? Not exactly top of the food chain, but still cool. So
yeah,
give it a shot. It's a good show. And we love what they're doing. And especially what Mark Herman's doing, man, when he gets out to Joe Fest for the custom class.
That's a beautiful, beautiful figure.
It is always top notch. Wherever Carson is right now, you know his spider sense just went off because this is his jam. He's a big fan of Lieutenant Snake Eater. That's what the lawyers told me to say.
Well, you've eaten snake. You're like private snake eater.
I mean, I'm not sure that's a nickname I want to run with, but just bring a classified Footloose and sign up for the Joe Fest custom class, and you could make something this spectacular coming up. And it's so good. We're going to bring Mark Gerwig in on the show next week to give us the inside scoop on Lieutenant Snake Eater, who looks amazing, and not just because the original Falcon, had such an ass face. So this was a good one to pick to make a fix to.
It's beautiful. And honestly, something like this makes conventions fun. Conventions are fun to begin with, but there's something about just making something with a group of people and learning to do something. It doesn't matter how good you are. Don't like not do it because you don't think you're not good enough. It's just fun to put something like this together.
And there's no one better to learn from than the guru, Mark Gerwig.
Until that's done.
So that's coming up. We'll have him on the show next week.
Okay.
And then, this is big time. So if you were on the fence about Joe Fest, hey man, if you have a classified Footloose or can get one, that's another reason to make your way down to Atlanta or Augusta, excuse me. Next news item. Oh, and that's it. And that's the news.
Yay!
So not bad. The news section went longer than our last total show with me driving. So we're making progress. So we'll be right back. We're going to talk a lot more about this outstanding Kickstarter from earlier today. And we'll have that for you and much, much more right after we hear from our friends at Kokomo Toys.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
Just like that, with the sound of the lightsaber in your ear. We're back and we're ready. Yeah, Nowhere Man-Child is giving me my flowers, right? Nobody knew it. Nobody knew I was a 60-minute man, but stranger things have happened. So
a 60-minute man sounds like a really good thing.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Space Mountain, oldest ride, longest line.
Yeah.
But the main thing we're here for, and we gave you a little toe in the water, a little tease earlier. We're talking about the Real American Hero compendium sets that went live on Kickstarter earlier today from our friends at Skybound, and more importantly, our friend at Skybound.
Yay!
You can take a look at this stuff, and look at this. She's got a Cullen, but I got a Colin. Ooh!
Yay! And the tail right up.
Right, just happy to join the program.
Good boy.
And he'll probably want out in a minute or two, but that's okay.
I'll point out he is also nude.
Right? Yeah, and unhappy usually, but not bad right now.
I don't think you're getting a shirt on him at all.
No.
He's gonna rub on that microphone as much as he can. But what we're talking about, Colin, is this Kickstarter that went live and went nuts and went through the roof earlier today. So look at it, getting the original compendiums back with the hero starting here.
Thank you.
You do get to pick whether you want to receive G.I. Joe versions or Cobra versions.
There's more other stuff.
Curious to see who wins out there, Diana.
I never know. I never ask, so no one tells me which one gets more. From looking at what happened today, because the sets with the book plate were the ones that were limited in number, I think the Joe ones sold out faster.
Okay.
Oh, he's all inclusive. Thank you, Colin. Can I have more of this?
Or what?
So I think the Joe, from what I remember, because I was like sort of obsessively watching it all morning, I think the Joe sets with the book plate did sell out faster. However, there are some diehard Cobra fans who just like the red more than anything. I mean, what was good on your shelf? And, you know, some people can't afford both sets. So some people who got the, this is what we are doing.
Very nice.
Woo! Thank you, Sommelier. Some people who got one set for the first Kickstarter, they're now getting the other one.
Okay.
Or some people want to keep it consistent, one color all the way. There's no wrong way to do it. Some people are buying one set and their friends buying the other, and they're like trading off. So they get one red, one blue, one red, one blue. People are very creative with this.
That's pretty cool. I like that, you know, it seems like sky's the limit here, and it's nothing but wind today, and there's no mountains left to climb. But Michael Gene Fleming pointed out that the Transformers set actually sold out a little quicker, and they've got the goal, right? The finish line, the mark to beat of 4,650,000. So not that we're anti-Transformer, right?
No.
But if you're watching this show, you're probably G.I. Joe #1. So I like that there's a goal to go beat here.
And yeah, I would love it if the Joe fans stepped up and we beat those robots down.
I mean, it kind of fits what you're doing right now, right?
Duke would like it if you beat the robots. Just say it. However, we have 2 Kickstarters, so if it's a cumulative thing, that works.
Yeah, I'll take it. You bet.
I'll take whatever win I can get. But we did this much so far, and we've got 28 days left, right?
Yeah. There's still time. If you haven't pledged yet, this is obviously getting made. So get out there, get in there, see what you like. We're going to go over a lot of the different options that you can choose from. But to be honest, it's a ton of stuff. So I don't know that we'll do it justice here. But if you check it out, it's all laid out very clearly. And you can figure out exactly what you want to order through that Kickstarter link. But check it out. We'll get through the slides here. There's a lot more to show you about what's going on here.
We're offering so much.
Right? There's a lot. Yeah. So starting with Compendium, this is just showing you what you get. Because I think a lot of people understood that this is okay. So if I have them both, I'll have all the issues, A Real American Hero 1 through 300. And that's true. And that's the guts, probably the soul of it. But there's a lot of special sauce in here. So
we tried.
Check out some of this extra stuff you may not have known is included. You've got your Real American Hero Annual from 2012. That's in the 5th compendium. Next up, we'll have compendium number 6, including Real American Hero 191 to 235. And including the Real American Hero Cobra World Order Prelude, number 1. And then moving to Compendium 7. So here are your issues, Real American Hero 236, 273. And then a bunch of stuff here. Synergy, the Hasbro Creators Showcase, a Real American Yearbook from 2019, the Silent Option 4-issue series, and the Silent Option Codename Helix standalone. That's all included.
The Synergy was one I kind of insisted on. That's a comic that a lot of people may not have had, because it you know, the story in there were stories from all around the IDW verse, but there's a really good Dawn story in there. It's fantastic, and it needed to be in the run. And once they, you know, it wasn't like I had to fight. Once I'm like, look, this is awesome. And they saw it and they're like, oh, shoot, we really need to put that in right there. So, you know, that's the thing. They wanted to make sure we got every single thing we had that fed into the Real American Hero storyline. And a lot of people didn't get that Synergy comic.
That was a con exclusive, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a perfect kind of thing to add in, right? Something that's in demand that wasn't widespread available, that's still relevant to one of the most important current characters. I love that that's in there, and I love that Dawn is finally getting some representation,
Right?
outside of the comic universe where she was born. Like for the longest time, I think the only thing that had been made was that I always say it wrong, but the Bishoju statue.
Pretty good. That's pretty right. Yeah, Bishoju.
Yeah. And it wasn't as embarrassing as some of those are, but for it to be the only Dawn thing,
Yeah.
I was glad they made it, but it was kind of a shame that was it. So I like it. Feels like that train is finally moving outside of the comic community, where she's been pushed as a very integral and interesting character. So love that she's getting her due these days, and I can't wait to see what else they can do with her.
Yeah, and that toy is sick. She's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good looking thing. Michael G. Fleming giving out some flowers as well. So that's Compendium 7, and then Compendium 8. So here's your some of the more recent comics. Oh, there goes Colin off the high dive. You also get your 40th anniversary special and comic packs, which not everybody had, especially the Resolute packs. I think those were a little harder to find. So you're getting, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 16 comic pack comics. Is that right, Diana?
There may be more in the long run. We're just seeing. Remember that, as you will read when you go to Kickstarter, things may expand or, as we go, because we've been working a year on this, but there's some things that have been taking a little extra time. So there may be bonuses added after the fact, or maybe not. But just know that the work doesn't stop on getting cool stuff just because we went live today. As things come to fruition, we're hoping more comes along. I think that should be 21.5. Yeah. That's
a typo. But
it happens. People are human.
Greg gets a no prize for that, so we appreciate that. And that's what you're getting. I tried to write it down and add it up, and I was told there would be no math. But there's a lot. I mean, it feels like it's at least 35 or 40 issues on top of the 1 to 300 of the Real American Hero line that you're getting. So for me, it was a lot more than I expected. And I think that's probably true for most fans. And it's rare these days to have something over deliver. So.
Yeah.
Well, I know in that first set, I mean, not only do you get those first 155 issues of Real American Hero, but you're getting the Special Mission series too.
Yeah.
You're getting the Order of Battle. You're getting the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. You're getting the yearbooks, so.
Yeah, we wanted to make it all we could cram into each one.
And I still am, but originally I was such a huge fan of the Special Missions comic. So I think it's great. And they weren't printed quite as heavily, so they're a little harder to find now if you're after the vintage one. Putting together a full set of those guys is gotta be a pain. So hey, why don't you get them all together? Hard, bound, hard covered, remastered, beautiful. It's a pretty good option.
I mean, we had to overcome a couple of different issues. I mean, think about some of the issues of Special Missions, and that a lot of printing may happen in China, who doesn't necessarily want certain elements of some of those stories in Special Missions. But that's the kind of thing the editors are willing to do, because that had to be in there. All those stories had to be in there. We can't leave out one issue. That's just impossible. We're going to make sure that you're going to get every single thing we possibly can cram in there. Oh, yeah, sorry I'm eating, but I have not really eaten all day. And the restaurant we went to is called Barn Row in North Hollywood. So if you live near North Hollywood, go to Barn Row. When the prince or emperor or king or whatever of Thailand comes to Los Angeles, he goes to Barn Row. So this is my treat, and I'm eating it. Darn it! Otherwise, someone will die pretty soon.
I think Paloma approves of this message.
So she does. I can't scan the camera, but she's down there with the biggest grin, hoping that a little pad thai will come her way.
Is she expecting a handout or a potential drop?
With my dogs, it's always a potential drop. When I'm cooking, there's 2 dogs and a cat staring really hard at the floor.
That's pretty slick. So, this is a good point from Michael Gene Fleming. I'm not sure where those live these days.
I'm not going to comment, but I'm going to say thank Phil.
Oh, I bet. That's a good call. He's not just a Disneyland tour guide.
No.
There's a lot going on in the world of Phil Donnelly.
Like
and some of those are really good. Some of those were really good, even though they were packed. But yeah, pretty slick.
Again, we're working on getting all we can in there or all we can in somewhere later.
So make a mental note of that. Like we always say, if something gets funded or something sells out, yeah, good company will usually follow that up. So don't think this is the last you've seen, given the tremendous turnout for this by the community today.
There's always new Kickstarters, and there's always like stretch goals to come. So, wait and see. And
it should be fair that Phil has thick skin. Otherwise, he wouldn't last with this crew.
Yeah.
But I wonder if, I don't want to say people forget, but I hope people remember what an absolute critical part of this community yojo.com was, with Phil Donnelly providing most of the photography for that, right? Like it was the Bible of the real American hero collecting time and beyond for a long time. And even though I know it's a shell and a shadow of what it was, I don't want people to forget how incredible that and vital that site was for 20 years, probably.
Yeah. I mean, look, the reality is there are people who, for the last 25 or so years, through lean times and not lean times, who are just fans who documented, collected, researched, posted, gathered all sorts of G.I. Joe stuff you would not have had they not done it. And both Hasbro and whoever's publishing and other licensees would not be able to do the things they do without those sites and those people. Now, if I get in trouble for saying this, or whatever, but you got to understand, these people, in some cases, put thousands of dollars of their own money into making sure this was logged, because in the 80s and 90s, toy and comic companies, it didn't occur to them that they would need to save or log or document this.
Yeah.
This is just a disposable thing, right? It's a toy, it's a comic. Times have changed since the 90s. And were it not for the people who put blood, sweat, tears, and thousands of dollars of their own money into documenting this stuff, it wouldn't be there. And so, in fact, it might have even just been dropped. It's important.
100%. Especially as often as the brand ebbed and flowed for new product over the years, right? The guys who really stewarded the brand when even Hasbro wasn't doing anything with it. Deserve credit. And I had blanked on his name, but Terry Gizzard, of course, deserving all that credibility and flowers.
Dan Klingensmith, Carson again, Sam Damon.
Yeah. The Classified crew.
David Thornton from Quick Hits Theater, who I have no idea where he is now for the cartoons. There's just these people who loved it so much. Now, I'm not going to say Hasbro ever hated Joe, because speaking to Hassenfeld and other people who've been there forever, they always loved Joe. But they're a company and the money is the bottom line to them. And sometimes things were cut closer than others just due to economies, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not that Yeah. So it's kind of a collaboration, and they appreciate the fans for doing what they've done.
And I think internally they struggle a little bit in the new millennium with the idea of Joe as a war toy. There was always some people who were iffy about that within the walls, at least the time when I was there. And I always thought that was such a misnomer, right? That, yeah, G.I. Joe has been about war and it has been about soldiers, but it's been about a lot of things. And the line I would always throw at people was, if you think G.I. Joe is about war, then you haven't experienced all of it. G.I. Joe is about courage, and that never gets old.
It's about the human condition, right? It's like Star Trek. They are Navy people, right? And they have to get into fights, especially if you're Kirk.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
they have to have battles, and there's lasers and phasers and people getting killed and caves, and we could go into a whole bunch of that stuff. Especially if you're a security guard, you're not going to live long. But the whole point of what made Star Trek good wasn't that it was about war and battles and Kirk being a badass. It was because it was about the people and the characters. And if you don't have good characters, you're not going anywhere. So you could have a war comic with bad characters, and it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because people will just get bored. And the people who don't get bored, you worry about. But you have to make it about the human condition. I mean, ultimately, every story is about people and how they react and how they move on. The story of Snake Eyes isn't so cool because he's a badass who can slash people, slash all over the place really fast. It's that he's had a really pretty horrific life, and he's still going strong, where most people would be severely mentally ill by this point and not able to continue, and how he feels about the people he works with and his own just sort of morality. So, you know, the idea that G.I. Joe is about war is really weird. It's just about people.
Yeah, I think it was always kind of the throwaway line for someone who didn't want to support it within the walls, or who wanted that item count for their own brand. It was just a throwaway line from someone who didn't understand it. So, but it's nice to see that it has been getting support, and Joe has been cyclical over the years, right? It does kind of ebb and flow a little bit. I wish it was totally evergreen. It has had a pretty good run of consistent product for a long, long time. So hopefully we keep this rolling. I know Classified has done well for them, and for something that they pay no royalty on, it when so many of their other brands suffer from the severe licensing they have to pay to even make the toys. Joe's got to be a shining star. It may not be the brightest star, right? But it has to be crazy profitable compared to the other brands they're running. So
the brightest fires burn the quickest.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, I mean, if you look at a Classified figure, look at what you get with a Classified figure compared to a Marvel Legend or,
right,
or a Transformer.
Yeah,
Transformers have a lot of extra engineering, that they have to work in, but
Yeah. And the unfortunate truth of the Transformers line is they've kind of held their price point over the years, but they have shrunk the scale of every one of their price points as the years go on. So it's surprising how small some of them are for $25 these days.
Right. But, I mean, unfortunately, financial times are what they are. And God bless the Transformers fans, because, I mean, I just swept through TFCon just a couple of weekends ago. They're diehards. They love it. And there are people of all sorts, people who may not be socially apt everywhere else, but they can go to a TFCon and find their tribe. Everyone needs their tribe. So, good. You like Transformers? Freaking awesome. You're getting a whole shit ton of fun out of that. Excuse my language. Fantastic, because there are people who feel comfortable there that may not feel comfortable anywhere else, or there are people that are just comfortable everywhere that still love it, and these people can get together and interact. I don't like the idea of gatekeeping a fandom, right? It should all just be people having a freaking blast. And I can go to a TF con and find Joe people as well because of the overlap. Or I can go to a con where there's not a lot of Joe, but still find people who, if I chat about it, they recognize it. It's all about giving people a space to have a blast. And when people are having a good time and they want to spend their money supporting something, good. If TF fans want to get Joe stuff, great. If Joe stuff fans want to get TF stuff or Void Rivals or explore the Energon universe, please do. It's just another way to enjoy something creative and beautiful that people are putting hard work into that other awesome people also like.
Yeah, I like that. And I always thought Joe and Transformers had a nice synergy in that they debuted so close to each other and the cartoons ran back to back for a while. So there's not many Transformers fans who don't also like G.I. Joe, or Joe fans who don't also like Transformers. I think that's what lends to the blend that you guys are doing at Skybound so well, because most people are familiar and enjoy most. If you like one, you probably like the other two.
And if you don't, you may find you do. And if you never do, fine. Read what you like, as long as you're having a good time.
There you go. Mm-hmm. We talked a little bit about this earlier, and there's a lot to get into here.
Yep.
So there will not be a test, but head over to the Kickstarter page and
take notes anyway.
Right. These are some of the things that are available over there. Again, I'm not going to get into this, but there are so many different options here that you have to choose from. If you want to highlight anything specific, Diana, you are more than welcome. Oh, apparently there will be a test.
There might be a test.
Remember that.
Mike, he's cranky.
We want to float a little business to CTBS. Make sure you fill in the circles completely when you're getting your answer sheet together. But there's a lot going on right here.
It's a Scantron, guys. So a lot of our tiers that involved the book plates are gone now. The Night Raven tier, which had the make your own G.I. Joe file card, or actually file card drawn by Chris and written by Larry, those are gone. But there are still some tiers with book plates left, I believe. I need to scan over it and see. The Night Raven tier is done. Oh, I need to hit refresh. Hold on. There's still some book plates tiers available last time I checked. Now, the book plates I know a bit about because Larry flew out here and signed tons and tons and tons of book plates. Thank you, Larry. Because signing all those book plates in one day is just like, you can imagine how much that would wear on you, just signing your name over and over and over and over again, thousands of times. But he did it. And then we took him out to dinner a few times. And then we let Paloma on top of him, which she loved. Larry seemed to be okay with, so we're good with that. So right now, we have Serpentor with Hama bookplate, Scarlet with Hama bookplate, Baroness with Hama bookplate, Dawn with Hama bookplate left. Don't quote me on that because I'm just reading off the Kickstarter. If you can get a bookplate, get it. Slipcase, we have a box. It's a really beautiful box. It opens up at the top, so all the books are like down in it with their spines up, and it's sort of like a book fold open with new art by Andy Kubert. It's a really good way to keep your books safe. If you want to display them on the shelf, you can, because also the books are gorgeous. Let's see, going on. What else can I tell you?
I think we maybe even have another slide.
For it.
There's a lot to hear.
Yeah, we're just opening up the stretch goals.
Yeah.
Here's some more Serpentor, Scarlet, Baroness, Dawn versions that are available. There's there's so much here.
Yeah. And remember, there's like three sort of set stretch goals: the Night Force, Dreadnought, and Arashikage. So if you go onto the site and you look at the listings of stretch goals, you'll notice there are, if I scroll down, Here we go. Oh, all the stretch goals. There are Night Force, Dreadnoks, and Arashikage at this point. I believe those look like stickers. They may be patches. It's hard for me to tell.
They are stickers.
Yeah. So the sort of the shiny stickers like we had the last time. Then we've opened up the challenge coin. Let's see if I can. Do you have the slide of the challenge coin, or should I bring up that image?
I think it's further along. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was one we didn't know that much about the backer kit, but here's your coin right here.
It's a gorgeous coin. People were upset that the Transformers box set had a challenge coin and the first one didn't, but this is a beautiful challenge coin. It's both sides. You don't have to choose. You get both, and then you can flip when you're deciding your Joe battles.
Pretty slick.
Or whoever gets the opening kickoff.
Right? Okay, put me in the big window. Look.
That's a producer action, but he'll be on top
Well,
of that.
he's 6, so if he can't, that's okay.
Hey, look.
I don't have the tiles.
Finally.
Power. Wait, one more down. There we go. So, okay. There are very few G.I. Joe challenge coins, and it's backwards because that's just how I feel today. So this one came from a G.I. Joe convention.
I remember that one.
You remember that one? It's beautiful. So that was good. I got it in the shininess, but oxygen happens. Then let's see. There was a friend of mine sent me this one, which if you can, I don't know why it says NYPD. It just does. So this is another challenge coin someone sent my way. Again, not sure about the NYPD.
It's like a challenge puck.
Right? You could kill someone with this, but it's got Duke on it, so that works out. There is this challenge coin someone sent me.
I mean, ish.
Ooh. Yeah, well, sometimes challenge coins get really weird. And again, it has this stuff on the back. I don't know why that's connected. It shouldn't be, but that's a pretty cool thing. If someone could scrape that stuff off, I'd be happier. Then Larry Hama, if you find him at a convention and you're a vet, he will give you this coin. Or if you're active duty. So this is a Larry Hama challenge coin that you can get. So he usually has these at cons. If you go up to him and you're a vet or active duty, see if he has some of these for you. It's a beautiful coin. And then this is from the G.I. Joe Club, which I believe it is, which is not dead yet, guys. It's not dead yet. There's going to be more G.I. Joe Club things coming. I happen to know that for sure. And then we've got the one that Skybound is doing. So all out, if you're a challenge coin collector, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least. So your job is to beat my collection of G.I. Joe Cat challenge coins. So get this one.
There you go.
On the way.
So we have these lovely slides. We don't want to give them the short shrift because I don't want to make anybody angry who might be controlling the overall broadcast right now.
Thank you, Slide Master.
So there you go. We talked about the pledge tiers between Trooper and Snake Eyes, Cobra Commander, Roadblock, Zartan. Lots of options there depending on what your personal preference is. But that's not all.
Nope.
There's also Serpentor, Scarlet, Baroness, and Dawn. Pledge tiers available. We talked about the book plates. There are still a few available there, but they're going quick. So get there fast if you're into one of those. As always, check that Kickstarter campaign page for details and availability.
Yeah, it's changing every freaking. Okay, now there's something new added. So now I have to see what's.
Oh, let's see. I have that on the.
Yeah, this was new. This was new to us, so we thought we'd bounce it off of you.
Yeah.
But it might be new to you too. Things are moving this quickly.
Oh, that was there since this morning. So retailers are able to get discounts on certain things as long as they have a Lunar account in good standing. because we want retailers to be able to offer these to people as well. Because some people aren't going to be able to. It's amazing how some people don't find the Kickstarter until after it's shut down.
Sure.
And we want to support retailers who have been supporting the comic. So I think it's important to offer this. We did that the first time. I know we're doing it the second time. So if you have a Lunar account in good standing and you're a local comic shop and you want to carry 1 or 2 or 3 of these, that kit will give you access to retailer discounts so that you can provide these to your customers who may miss the Kickstarter. We don't want the LCSs to have to lose profits on being able to offer these. That's not fair. Our local comic shops are struggling as it is, right? We want to support our local comic shops. That's who's bringing us comics.
That's a nice bit to it. I had no idea that was part of it.
That is basically, that's a retailer incentive. You're not basically pledging in the $50 unless you own a comic shop.
Yeah, or it's the Lunar account. So if you have a Lunar account in good standing, and usually that's comic shops, then you have access to this Hall of Heroes kit. And if you don't want to support your local comic shop, what's wrong with you?
Right. So if you own a shop, look into this. And if you don't, you probably go to a shop. Make sure they know about this. Mm-hmm. It's a great way to spread the word. Preach the gospel. What else we got here? Oh, add-on purchases. So there's one here in particular that I think is going to have a ton of interest. So we've got the slipcase is available. But the new Order of Battle comic, the Joe and the Cobra items, that's what absolutely piqued my interest when I saw it this morning. And Diana's got more info on that for you.
Right. So we're doing a new Order of Battle. We reprinted the other Order of Battle in the first Kickstarter. So now Skybound is doing a new Order of Battle. I have art for that. Let's see if I can bring that up and then maybe share it. Bear with me. The internet has only been up since, I don't know, partway through the day. So everything sort of fell apart. Let's see if I have images of Order of Battle. I mean, I could just bring up the Kickstarter and do that. That would probably be the easiest, right? That would make sense.
Tomato.
It's on there.
My parents are English, so we get both. But don't ask my mother how she pronounces the Himalaya mountains because she's not entirely sure. Do you
hear a lot of
aluminium?
Yeah.
Not anymore, but yeah, we did. And aluminium makes more sense because that's way more fun to say. Order Battle. All right, so let me see. How do I share my screen? I'm going to make this big so I can get that.
Your little things next on the bottom. You turn off your mic and your camera. There's a screen with a plus in it. That's your screen share.
Ew. Okay. The present there. Oh, wow. It's like when I was teaching during COVID.
Right. It's a lot of power.
I'll just share the screen. All right. So you're going to see all sorts of. Oh, my God. Really? Oh my goodness. This may take more time than I think.
It's feasible. The producer's in charge of that. Otherwise, I'd be sharing my screen.
Well, no, I have to modify settings and all this mother effing stuff.
Well, all right. Go to the Kickstarter.
I'm trying. Even there. Okay.
All of our viewers, go to the Kickstarter page.
Go to the Kickstarter page. Let me just integrate that back into this. I've tried to keep everything open. That may not be working. Apologize.
I have it over on the second screen here. So
here we go. Boom. All right. Our people's. I think I got that. Someone has to approve it, I think.
Yeah, it's probably Look at that.
Are you seeing it? I've had to cover it up because it's in my face.
Good.
All right, so we've got this. It's an all new Order of Battle. You can see some of the beautiful Chris Mooneyham art, and I will say that his covers for the Homophiles and his comic art and all of this is just freaking amazing. Can I make this bigger? Yes, I can. Hold on, bear with me. It's been a long
If you
day.
click on the side there where it says G.I. Joe Order of Battle, it'll take you right to it.
No, that's no fun. Okay, there it is.
Look at that.
All right, so we've got a G.I. Joe and a Cobra Order battle. You notice that we will have characters as well as vehicles. We already have certain characters chosen. Right now we have Bazooka, Beachhead, Covergirl, Don Moreno, Duke, Flint, Gunho, Hawk, Jinx, Lady J, Mutt, and Junkyard. Gotta have Junkyard. Roadblock, Scarlet, Shipwreck and Polly, Snake Eyes, Spirit and Freedom, Stalker, Tunnel Rat, Zap, and the Mobat. But it's going to be just like the last time with the cards. The new characters and possibly vehicles are voted on by the fans. So they'll be opening that up. Please don't do Zap again as a joke. We already have Zap once. I love Zap.
But do you have Bill?
We don't have Bill. We don't have Alice.
Fair.
We don't have what's it called? Satin.
Right.
But you know, within reason, guys. Here we go for Cobra. So we have the hiss, and look at this art. Oh my God, look at this art. Can I zoom in on it? No. But shoot, the Saw Viper art, and I have to do this all over again. Look, I'm 50. I'm old. The internet is new to me, right? No, it's not.
It's going to ask you for your password anytime.
It better not. It's already asked me like 5 times. I'm just going down. There's no side thing anymore.
It'll send a code to your phone.
It's already done that like 5 times. Today has been rough. I was on for about 3 hours shouting at the Spectrum cable people just to try and get them back online. So here we go. We look at this beautiful, if you can hopefully see it, Saw Viper art.
Yeah, it's like.
And now it's gone down again. F you. F you, internet.
All right, I have it here. Hang on.
Oh, hold on. Look, there it is.
All right.
And super beautiful. And there's Cobra Commander and amazingly beautiful Baroness art. So for Cobra, we got Baroness, the Bat, Cobra Commander, Copperhead, Crimson Guard, Crocmaster, Destro, Dr. Mindbearer, Firefly, Globulus, Major Blood, Saw Viper, Scrap Iron, Serpentor, Storm Shadow, Tomax and Zaymot, Wild Weasel, Zarana and Zartan. Hiss tank so far, and please vote on more characters and vehicles. Hopefully someone you know and love dearly will be writing some of the vehicle file cards. So like I would say, give me some good ones. So it's really going to be fun because we haven't chosen everything yet. It's all up to the fans. So fans choose the Cobra and Joe characters that you like the best, that you haven't seen, that you want to see within the voting pool. I'm sure they're going to provide you with a list to choose from. And heck, if your character is not on the list, there's always the comment section. Mention it. You never know.
Make your voice heard, right?
Yeah. Okay, how do I stop sharing?
That's the hard part, right?
I think you click off and.
Oh, that's part of it.
Yeah.
There we go.
And we're back.
Yeah, I'm excited about this Order battle. I've been seeing the work Chris has been doing for it and others. And, for the file cards, for the character collector cards, last time we had some guest artists. So Netho has already made a post if you want to go to Netho Diaz's page. And there have been some interesting, lovely people I love contacted.
I think that's going to be an absolute home run. I think those are going to be added to almost every order. Like
I hope.
Yeah, big time. I love it. So then the original campaign bundle, the original comic bundle, not many of those available. So if you're interested, get in quick because everything's going quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you missed out, because some people did miss out on the first hardcovers and they saw them in person and now they want them, you can get it. There's an answer to that. I just don't know what it is.
Check back.
Yeah, keep your eye on the Kickstarter. There are emails also going out regularly with updates. So if you're signed up or logged in for the updates, do it. And remember, if you've signed up for the mailing list and the updates, you get that bonus new version of, or new cover on the comic by Chris Mooneyham. And that's going to be, sort of a rare variant. So it behooves you, children, to sign up for the mailing list and also pledge.
There you go. All right. Next up, I think we're running low on slides, but we might have something left. All right. So this all funded, these at least, right?
Yep.
The next thing that they're up is adding foil to the covers of the box. I think of the books and the Order of Battles, right?
Mm-hmm.
At 1.5 million.
Won't be long.
So close. And where are we at? There was images of the posters available somewhere online too. Let's go to updates. All right. Okay. Let me try and see if I can share again. No, maybe. Read more. Side book plates are going fast. Unlocked. Mobat. All right, here we go. Let me try this again. So the poster art is basically the box art of Snake Eyes and the Baroness. I'm going to try and do this. There we go. So, yep. So the posters included will be this for the Joe books and lovely, lovely Baroness. See where the smoke is coming out of her gun. Honestly, that gun is really smoking. I don't know who the heck she shot, but they must have been right in front of her, and they're full of bullets right now. Full of bullets. Either that or the gun is steadying its nerves with nicotine. I can't tell which.
Jeez.
And that smoke is going up into the Snake Eyes poster, which is pretty impressive.
That's where this is coming from. If you stack these, look, it's perfect.
Now it makes sense.
Doop, doop, doop. Check out that sword. Guys, are you jealous?
I mean,
freaking heck.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yep. And if you go up, you can see your shiny, shiny stickers.
Very nice. And yeah, I'm going to jump on because it's so successful. It's at 1.392 million right now.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So 1.5 is pretty much a done deal.
Yeah.
So
there will be foil.
No worries about the foil. But when you hit it, we're going to take credit for it.
Do it.
What's on Mind Bounce? Yeah, this got funded real quick. So, I mean, today was such a good day for the Joe brand and for Skybound. So we're really happy for our friend at Skybound and for Skybound in general, especially because there's so much quality in those old Real American Hero issues, right? So it's nice to have them become more available to somebody who might be new to the brand or maybe never had all the comics or had such a big gap in them when they went to college and stopped buying comics, right? Yep. There's lots of reasons why this might work for you.
And for anyone who wanted that last gathered edition that IDW was never able to issue, boom, it's there. Honestly, I got to tell you, all the people at Skybound who I have met are all seriously into Joe and love it and want to make it work for people. That's one of the reasons I'm sure they got this license. Every single one of them wants to do a good G.I. Joe product. And so they're all your friends. They really are. They're all your friends. I know that I believe Chris, maybe Paul, at least Chris will be at Joe Fest. So if you're going to Joe Fest and you want to talk more about the Kickstarter before it comes out, go chat up those guys. They'll be thrilled to be drawing G.I. Joe, and they want to talk with fans, and they would love to draw you a commission.
It's been a long time since the publishers had a presence at a con. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it helps. I don't want to say it legitimizes the brand, but it makes it feel more robust and active to have, different wheels of engagement available. And comic is the one that has really been solid for Joe over the years. Animation comes and goes. Live action movies get green lit and red lit all the time and rewritten and scrapped. But the comic community has always backed Joe very, very strongly. So we're happy to see that partnership going so well right now for the brand overall.
heck, if I could swing it, I would go. I think Alex is planning on going, but unfortunately there's a conflict. So there were more going. It's just, look, guys, life intervenes, especially when you have deadlines.
I mean, for people who want to get into this and want more information, that's where the story's told. With the lack of, available file cards, this is where you have to go to find out about these characters.
Yeah. I mean, think about like Molto, and there's some characters that have not yet had file cards that really need them, right? So vote on them. Get them. Get the ones you want. I love the idea of file cards. I love the idea that people will be getting their own file cards. I think that's a really cool bonus to offer people. No wonder it disappeared so fast.
Right?
Yeah.
Pretty slick. So that is the long and the short and the wide and the tall of it, of a very comprehensive Kickstarter that got a ton of support today. So if you were on the fence, we hope we've given you a little more to think about. If you just happen to miss that today was the day, hop on over. Most of it's available for the long haul, but some of it's drying up. So if you want your pick of what's available, get over there now and take a look. And yeah, we'll see if we can't top that Transformers number. I kind of like that.
Highlight my screen again. Hold on, let me see if I can. People can see this. Can you see it? Let me know. Producer, are you okay?
Looks good.
Can you see? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can bring up the. I don't know how to make it come forward, but it's the preview on my screen right now. Can you see that? Or does it have to be online?
It's got to be online.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, let me see if I can find it elsewhere. Again, I only taught for 20 years and did COVID for a bit, so it's not like I shouldn't know what I'm doing. Kickstarter page. Let's go to updates again. So tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, is it scrolling? Because I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
Look, we're going down. Ooh, look at these beautiful coins. So tomorrow, look, Ask Me Anything. Who's doing the Ask Me Anything? It's Larry. It's that guy. So tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time on Reddit, Larry will be doing an Ask Me Anything. Please go and ask him anything. Right, Paloma? Within reason. He can't answer all your questions. It's Larry. He's going to focus on G.I. Joe. You could probably ask him some other random questions. He knows a lot about like motorcycles, and he knows a lot about guitars and Broadway from when he was on it, and a few other things. But if you have questions you want to ask him, March 25th, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And I don't do Reddit, so I'm assuming that the RGI Joe and you/Larry Hama, that means something to people on Reddit. Go see this guy. He's excited. When I called him to let him know how well we were doing, he was giggling. And if you've never heard Larry Hama giggle, it's an awesome thing.
That's great. Pretty rare that you get access to the dean of any brand like that, right? So yeah. Hop on board. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, and if he's at a con you're going to, I recommend you bring him coffee. He loves that.
And ask him Bucky O'Hare questions.
Please.
That's so yeah.
Close to us are.
Or Dr. Death questions.
So there you go. I'm not sure we've got anything else going on right now. That kind of wraps up the Kickstarter stuff. Normally we do a what we got in segment. Hey, yeah, I know. I'm getting there. But I'll start because I didn't get anything in this week. Rob, what do you got to show off?
These just showed up today. It's a royal guard.
He's royal.
Mark's favorite.
Now, out of respect, you see, I bit what's left of my tongue, right? I didn't say a word.
But have you seen that figure? It's freaking cool. If you just like toys,
like I said, the original three and three quarter, Cobra Law stuff looked terrible.
Yeah, I can definitely give it that, right?
Yeah,
it's a huge improvement.
Yeah,
over what they initially put out. So.
Oh, it's glorious! It's glorious.
That's it, Rob?
And then yesterday,
No Batman?
I got a Corgi Batmobile.
I figured.
Yay!
Reproduction of the 1966 Corgi. It fires little rockets out the tubes.
Does
Rockets that are smaller than it's like a third of a Tic Tac.
Oh, so they're pre-lost already.
They are pre-lost.
What's the range on the Batmobile missile?
I don't know because I didn't want to pre-lose the missiles. In fact, I haven't found them in the box yet. But that's how pre-lost they are.
You need a microscope.
Yeah.
Well, I figured there'd be a Batman something around there somewhere. Yeah. Diana, do you have stuff you can share?
Not much, but I can show. Look, my beautiful bonsai trees. Here's one I've been working on for a few years. Ooh, it's cute. And then look, because it's spring, they're all popping open. But remember, spring in California is like being in an oven in any other place. So this is the first day in a week we haven't had like 100 and something degree temperatures. But look, beautiful. Woo. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been busy otherwise. We got a big old cowboy painting, but that's in another room. G.I. Joe wise, I've got what's coming out next week, and I know you guys are gonna love it. So go to your local comic book shop and get it.
There you go. That's a professional tease right there.
Yeah.
I didn't get anything in. And that moves us to our shout outs. With Paloma leading the shouts, I think.
Right. She's waiting for her favorite Phil.
So, Diana, I bet you've got the longest list because of everybody who worked so hard on this.
It would take me forever, but I'm going to shout out everybody on the team at Skybound who's been working their ass off for this. Excuse my language. Paloma, thank you. I'm going to shout out especially the editor for this, Alex Antone, rhymes with phone, who has been juggling many things, including a new baby for the last 2 months.
Don't juggle the baby.
Yeah. The baby down, juggle the other things. Paloma wants to shout out Phil because he's her favorite Phil, and she's been really seriously working out to jump on Phil. Now she's quiet. Just mostly that team, and also Larry, who deserves all the joy that today brings him because. Yes, Paloma, because Larry is the main reason behind all of this, and he deserves every ounce of thanks for all of these issues that he's been writing throughout his life. And everyone go shout out Larry. Go to one of his Facebook pages. Give him a thumbs up. Are we done?
Let's make sure Paloma's done. Oh.
She's not even, she won't come to camera. She's just going to hide behind it. Come here. Here, look, here's the thing. There we go. Can you go back? No. She's out of camera range, just barking anonymously. Sorry about that.
That's fine. She had people to bark out, and that's fair. Rob, What about you?
Hey, it's shout out to the studio audience. Hey, thanks for watching, listening, catching us on rerun, whatever. But support the show and allows us to keep on doing this, so we thank you.
I want to give a
congrats to the Skybound team today.
Absolutely.
And remember, tomorrow is a day that should be a national holiday.
Should be.
Opening day of baseball.
Shout out to Tom Waltz and all the people at IDW who brought you these comics that you are going to be reading in the Skybound Kickstarter. Those guys also worked really hard to bring you those comics, and I'm glad people are going to get a second chance to see them. Right, absolutely.
Want to also give a shout out to one of my boys that I played G.I. Joe with, my pal Seth, who I reconnected with this week. All good things to him and his family, and especially to everybody who went on DraftKings or whatever and bet the under on 1 hour for today's show, right? So don't nobody tell me I can't go 2 hours, because with a little help from Rob and Diana and our brand new producer, as well as the Pet Zoo, including my own. No, I actually kind of dig it. But we had a strong cast coming through for us tonight. Shout out to Cullen for bringing some food to fuel the fan engine. And that's it.
Yay!
Look at this. Doug Vella's disappointed in me. Yeah, get in line, Doug. You can take a number like Boston.
Oh, here she is.
Hey, look at this.
Yay! I got anything to say?
Not now.
No, not
No.
now.
She got what she wanted, I think.
Yeah.
That's
So, there you go. Thanks so much for joining us this week. It's not every week that we get to do a victory dance, but
Woo!
2 hours worth of it, and it was worth every bit of it. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week for another brilliant edition of What's on Joe Mind.
Woo!
Thank you.